All right, today I'm coming to you with a walk and talk. And I want to talk about three things. I want to talk about hope. I want to talk about strategy. And I want to talk about culture. You know, a lot of times people say hope isn't a strategy. And I got to tell you, I believe it is part of the strategy. Hope is something that's very important. If you don't really have hope in whatever you're doing, if you don't have hope in growing your business, if you don't have hope in growing yourself, if you don't have hope in growing your team, you don't have that to look forward to. The hope is something that moves you forward because you can you put it out there, and it's something that is part of the process. I think hope is something very important. It gives you it uplifts you. It gives you the encouragement. It gives you something to believe in. Then from there, the strategy, I believe, is also important. You know, the strategies, a lot of times people run things with the gut all the time, and they don't have the structure, they don't have the systems, they don't have the process, they don't have the targets, and they don't have everything to execute on. And you don't really have a strategy, and you go by the gut. There's teams that do that, and I believe that a gut is important, but you got to utilize the strategy to make things happen, and you have to be diligent in the process and the structures and all those things, and set the targets. Too many people run by the seat of their pants, and I'm not saying that's the way to do it either. But hope, strategy, 100% important. But then you get to the culture. I will say that a lot of people, a lot of companies, they think that culture, that's just a bunch of hype, that everybody just put the strategy together and the targets and go after it. But the culture is what actually sets you apart. It's the energy. It's the synergy. It's about how you go about taking care of your day-to-day business, utilizing your people, your teams, your structures. And what does your culture look like? Do you have a culture of working together, holding hands, building synergy, and executing? Do you have the mission, what everybody needs to be doing? And here's something else. Here's a big one. Do you know what your individual team members want? Do you know their visions? Do you know their goals? Do you know what they want out of life? Do you know what they want? And why is that important? Because here's the deal. No matter what, if you're helping people, adding value, and everyone is doing that, helping people and adding value to everything they touch, and you're helping them get what they want, in return, don't you think you're going to get what you want? That's the question. So culture is something that you got to be very intentional, and you have to really think about what kind of culture do you want to build. I want to build of unity, belief, holding each other accountable, high performing, making a difference, adding value, and being the best version of yourself every day. Not just sometimes, but every day. And then when you have the hope, you have the strategy, and then you put the culture together, that is the winning formula to success. But everyone needs to have all those. So I believe, back to what I first stated, hope is a strategy. It's part of the strategy. It's not the total strategy, but it is part of that. And then, of course, executing on the strategy and building that culture, and you will set yourself and your team up for success. So that's my thoughts for today. Until the next time, be the best version of yourself. Remember, life's here for you to take. Take it, run with it, and make something happen.